This is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba for another technical diving tips, techniques, and trips video. This is part 3 in the plate and wing system video series. In this video, we'll be talking about accessory options, specifically weight systems, utility pouches, and some others. If you did not view part 1 or part 2 of this series, we would suggest, to get a comprehensive view of everything we're discussing, we would suggest that you view those videos. Part 1 was on discussing why you should get a plate and wing system, and part 2 was on specific plate and wing system choices that you will need to make to successfully purchase and use a plate and wing system. In this video segment, we're going to discuss the different weight system options for plate and wing systems. And the first thing is that it is not necessary in all cases to have weight systems when using a plate and a wing, particularly if the individual is going to be using a heavy steel backplate or steel tanks. So it's not necessary in some cases because of that. It is also not necessary to have any kind of weight system if the user is willing to thread the weights directly on the different parts of the 2-inch harness. So what we're going to be talking about are weight systems that can be used to make the use of weights a bit easier rather than having to thread things onto the webbing itself. Alright, so the first thing when selecting a weight system is you do not want to use a weight system that has any kind of proprietary buckle like this one. So in the event that the weight pouch gets lost or the buckle gets damaged, that could cause significant problems if you are on a trip in order to get your weight system back in place. So the two options that you have are, one is a releasable, dumpable system with a more standardized buckle. And these buckles can easily be retrofitted to this system in the event that they get damaged. Some systems also have a little pocket, an internal pocket in which you can put weights to make it easier to store the weights in the pocket when you're going to be using them. Alright, so if you're going to be using a dumpable weight pouch system, you want to have a system that has a more standard buckle like that. Another option is to use a system that doesn't use a buckle at all. Here is a system by Mares, which actually uses a Velcro system where the weights go in here, and then this Velcro strap goes over it, and the weights are retained by the Velcro strap. So this is a system available by Mares, and it also has a small utility pouch, which will be the subject of the next segment. It has a small utility pouch, which can be used to hold different things during the dive, like a DSMB and so on. The third option is to use different weight pouches. These are commonly called trim pouches, but they can be used for a variety of purposes for weights. And the simplest form of these is a weight pouch like this that has just a piece of webbing that will go around the 2-inch waist band or some other part of the harness. And what you're looking for here, and there's a lot of bad ones on the market, the good ones are actually secured by both Velcro and a mechanical buckle. And the ones that are not, that do not have the mechanical buckle, cannot be necessarily relied upon under all circumstances in all times to be able to hold the buckle securely. Another type of trim pouch, this one's made by Diverite, and this weight pouch also has both Velcro and has the mechanical buckle. And the difference with this one is on the back, it has a Velcro closure for the webbing,
but it also has a tri-glide on here. And so this is one of the very few pouches that has a tri-glide on it. And this makes this particular weight pouch very useful for having additional weights on your waist belt, because the tri-glide prevents the weight pouch from moving, whereas there's nothing by itself on the Mares pouch to prevent it from sliding back and forth. A third type of weight pouch is a smaller weight pouch, and again this has the ability to be used with 2-inch webbing, and again it has a Velcro closure along with a mechanical buckle, and this is a weight pouch which has a smaller capacity. The other weight pouches that we looked at had capacities of 5 and 6 pounds. This one has a capacity of 2 pounds, and so this is more commonly used around the shoulder around the shoulder straps to improve trim. In this video segment, we're going to be talking about utility pouches. And to start off with, I will say that there are some DIR type divers, do it right or doing it right type divers that are against utility pouches on your harness. And what these divers do is they typically put their gear that would ordinarily go in a utility pouch. They put those on pockets on either a set of shorts with pockets or on pockets on their wetsuit or their dry suit. But what we're talking about in this segment is the use of pouches, utility pouches, as options for plate and wing systems. All right, so the first type of pouch we're going to talk about is a utility pouch which is wide and short. And so there's a variety of these. They come in different sizes. They come in a larger size like this and a smaller size like 4x6. And these types of pouches, as we'll see, some of them are just one big pocket like this, and some have a front zip here like that. I personally prefer the ones that have 2 different zippers. And so this will generally be installed on the front of the harness, and in this case what will happen is the buckle will be offset to one side in order to accommodate the pouch on the front. Other people prefer to keep the pouch on the side a little bit offset and the buckle on the front, but that's an individual choice. So there's a separate video on pouches on the channel which talks about different types of pouches as well and what you stick in the pouches. So we're going to just concentrate on talking about the different types of pouches in this video. So another type of pouch is a pouch by Mares, and this is a more of a vertical style pouch. And again, it has like a smaller pocket in the front, and it has a larger pocket. And like the Dive-Rite pouch, it has webbing to put the pocket either horizontally or vertically on your waist belt. So you have a choice of doing either one like that. Another type of pouch is kind of in between the long and short and the tall and narrow. This is a pouch made by XS Scuba, and rather than a zipper, this particular pouch has a Velcro closure. So just another option that you have. This one also has a Velcro holder here for your belt. Here's another type of XS Scuba pouch. This one has the small Velcro in the front, and it has a zipper on the side, so you could actually put this one in the front, or you could put it on the side. Here's a very popular pouch. This is made by X-Deep, and of course anything made by X-Deep is top-notch quality. And this has a front pouch here, okay, and it also has a main pouch here. And it has another feature here. In the normal mode, you can have it zipped up, and it's very compact. But if you are carrying a lot of things in your pouch, it has the ability to expand, so it can become quite wide in terms of deploying it. Okay, so there's quite a bit of volume that is now possible in this particular pouch. The primary purpose of this pouch is to be used as a side mount butt pouch, which is why there's only 2 holders here, but it's very easy to install, which we have done on most of our XD pouches, a set of belt loops on the back here. Another type of pouch is a mesh pouch, and in this case what you do is you take bolt snaps and you connect the bolt snap here to the back of the pouch. So this provides a lot of room for things like a DSMB and a finger spool or a reel, and by having it on your attached to the back of your back plate, it is out of the way most of the time. Alright, so those are some different utility pouch options that you have available to you on your plate and wing system. In this video segment, we're going to talk about a few odds and ends type accessories for our plate and wing system. So the first one we're going to discuss is the crotch strap. Some harnesses come with the crotch strap, others don't. If you piece together a DIR type, primarily 2-inch webbing type system, the crotch strap is usually a separate component. And with the plate and wing system, a crotch strap is absolutely essential. There are 2 different patterns that you can get for these. One is the one that is just straight like this, and then the other type that you can get, which is used on X-Deep harnesses, for example, has a Y configuration, which kind of looks like this, a Y. It gives you a little bit more comfort, and the 2 ends of the crotch strap here and here are actually attached on either end of the plate. So you have your choice between a single piece of webbing or a Y-shaped crotch strap. Another option is whether or not to have a quick release crotch strap. Some people prefer to have this to get in and out of the crotch strap easier. And then there is also crotch straps which have a adjustment on there, the ability to adjust the length of the crotch strap. And some are more manual in the sense that you have to adjust the tri-glide in order to get the right length. So crotch strap, a definite requirement, shouldn't really be an option, because you won't float properly in a plate and wing system unless you have some kind of crotch strap. Another accessory, which is more of an option than a crotch strap, is a chest strap. So again, some DIR people are totally against the use of a chest strap. They think it's unnecessary. I believe that they are in particular configurations, that being, for example, if you're going to be using a dry suit or a very bulky wetsuit. I find that if I don't use a chest strap in those types of configurations, my harness has a tendency to slip off. So the use of a chest strap is an optional type thing, and you can, again, that's an individual thing to decide whether or not you want to use that or not. But I generally will use it. The recreational type harnesses, like the IST harness, which we had in the last video number 2, has a chest strap built in, and so it's very easy to install a chest strap on a 2-inch webbing system. The third plate and wing accessory that I'm going to talk about only applies to the use of a long hose configuration. So if you're using a 7-foot long hose primary regulator configuration, what some people do is they take the excess hose after they have wrapped it around their neck. They take the excess hose and put it inside their belt. However, I have never successfully been able to go on an entire dive and not have the hose release itself at some point. So what we've been using to prevent this problem is we've been using a what I call a Velcro holster, And what this is, it is simply a tri-glide with a 2-inch band of Velcro put through the tri-glide. So what you do in order to take your hose, to configure your hose, is you're going to take your hose and you're going to stick it down through here. And so the natural binding of the hose will prevent the hose from coming out, and if you need it, you just have to pull it out like that. All right, so that's one way of doing the holster. The second way of doing the holster, if you have a D-ring, some kind of D-ring on it, is to loop it through one side of the D-ring, and again, here it will stay in the correct position because this is a type of tri-glide. And again, the Velcro just goes through here, and you can adjust the size to make sure that it is secure enough to prevent the hose from moving, but not so tight that it could possibly cause some bending damage to the hose. So those are three types of optional accessories that people can use with the plate and wing system. And again, the crotch strap is more of a essential requirement than an actual option, but you do have many different options in terms of the crotch strap.
So that's it for part 3, plate and wing system, optional accessories. Part 4 is coming up, and that is going to be the actual assembly of a plate and wing system and the different options that you have in order to do that. This is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba. I hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching.